everybody, welcome to the tiny kitchen. That's what I can't do this. I don't think I can do it when you're here. It's way too embarrassing. Ugh. Hi everybody, welcome to the tiny kitchen. It's literally tiny, goes all the way back there. I'm going to show you guys how I cook a bunch of meals on Sunday to get me through the week so that I can be on a grain-free diet. Any of these recipes you can omit cheese, you can omit stuff, and I'm going to add in, like, if you're on a paleo recipe, what it would actually look like and different things like that. And also kind of tips and tricks to like get you through it, because cooking this many meals at once can be excruciatingly long and kind of exhausting. So I've actually been dreading it all day, and it's not something I really want to do. So I have on workout clothes. I have my hair pulled back because I can't tell you how many times food has ended up in our food, which is super nasty and yeah, not fun. And then I have on comfortable shoes. I print out the recipes and I meal plan the day before. Right now I'm going to start off with my fajita slow cookers, and I put it in a protected sheet because it gets really messy. And then there's a magnetic clip on a magnetic knife board to help everything run smoother. I don't know, this is my first time doing this, so we'll see how it goes. And let's get started.
I find it best to stage everything you need beforehand, utensils you might need, measuring tools, and then all the ingredients out on the table. So 2 bell peppers, a can of diced chilies, some taco seasoning, and you are pretty much set to go.
So the first meal I'm going to be starting making is a chicken fajitas in a slow cooker. I will give you alternatives for things, but we do eat butter, so we're grain-free, we're not paleo. Feel free to use olive oil or whatever you want. I'm going to use this for the bottom of it, so when the chicken cooks, it cooks into the chicken and keeps it moist.
If you are not familiar with my channel or my show, James and I are on the ketogenic diet, which is actually high fat, and so we do eat quite a bit of butter. Contrary to popular belief, it is healthy for you in some instances. Instances such as it's known to help improve brain function and other things, and it's not directly correlated to fat gain or fat loss. So, just a little tidbit. I don't know about you, but there's something really satisfying about watching something being chopped like in fast forward or whatever. I enjoy watching it. It makes it seem like the cooking goes by faster, but there's something cathartic about chopping and getting your own veggies ready. And I wanted to throw in there that if you cut it yourself at home versus buying it pre-cut, it actually has more nutrients because it hasn't been exposed to the environment and to chemicals and things like that. So it's not necessarily like leaching out. Obviously it's not still growing on the plant, so it's not super fresh, but it's still more fresh than if it's been cut, right away, and then put into some kind of plastic packaging and transferred, and then you're cooking with it. So we tend to do organic as often as possible to avoid glyphosate, because that has been known to show a myriad of health concerns and problems. And even though it might seem silly to do so, it does fill us up more because I believe, again, there's more nutrients in it and you don't need to eat as much. So depending on how you think about your money and your finances as well as your health, it might actually be better to go with that option. Of course, my phone is dinging so if you hear that in the background, I apologize. And I'm just showing you how I kind of like core out the bell peppers and then rinse the seeds out. I don't really like those in my fajitas, and that's totally a personal preference. And then I did want to say that when I cook anything in the crock pot, it doesn't necessarily need to be as symmetrical as in other needs because it's going to cook throughout and very evenly. But the more symmetrical it is, the better it's going, in my opinion, to taste and convenience of eating it. Nobody wants a huge chunk of, red bell pepper when they're trying to eat their fajita, right? And then last but not least, my least favorite thing to cut is onions. I always cry and I think it's terrible. However, they do have just an extraordinary amount of health benefits, and we have onions in almost every single meal. They seem to be like the universal seasoning, so to speak. So just take off the husk, as far as I call it, and then, cut it like so. I know many cooking shows like to explain what they're doing, but I figure you can see it. So this is a 1/4 cup, and it's going to be taco seasoning. You'd be amazed how many health benefits are actually in spices and natural herbs, and this is no different in this scenario. But I did want to touch base a little bit on the peppers to just talk about some of the basic things that they do for you. They have vitamin C, they have antioxidants, they help against cancer, certain types of cancers. They've got vitamin B6 for energy, vitamin E, which helps your skin. I mean, this is just some basic stuff that is kind of Googled and you can find on your own time, but if enough research backs it from multiple sources, I feel like it's a much better chance that it's actually true. And look at that! It's like the easiest meal ever. You add the ingredients with the chicken and you turn it on, whee! And you let it go. Crock pots are the shiznit. Hey guys! Obviously, this is a different setup, a different background, but we have moved, and I thought it would be nice to post a video, and this is one that I came across a long time ago. It's one of my very first videos, and I was too nervous to post it because I just didn't feel like it was very good quality. However, the recipe is delicious, and it's one of the ones that we use all the time. We don't need any tortillas, but feel more, if that's your thing, you are more than welcome to do it. And if you don't want to use chicken, you can use another meat source, or if you're vegetarian, you can just skip that altogether and throw in some carbohydrates like some beans in there, and they will cook just fine. We don't eat very many carbohydrates, and if you want to know more about the ketogenic diet, I am more than happy to help answer those questions. Just comment below, and I would just like to say thank you so much for your subscription and from your support. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I promise to share more amazing recipes and other videos that are informative, and I hope you guys have a great one. Bye-bye.